Dear awakened souls of Earth, the cosmic currents have shifted, and there is no returning to the old patterns. What I am about to share with you has been building for millennia, but in this precise moment, the confluence of energies has reached a threshold that cannot be reversed. That restlessness in your chest, that sense that time itself is accelerating. You are not imagining this. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I am here to tell you that your intuition has been correct all along. The awakening you have been preparing for across lifetimes is no longer approaching. It has arrived. The exhaustion you have been experiencing, the heightened emotions, the strange dreams, the feeling that you no longer fit into the world you once knew, these are not signs of breakdown. They are signs of breakthrough. Your very biology is being rewritten by frequencies streaming into your planet from sources beyond your solar system. The ancient texts spoke of a time when heaven would descend to meet Earth, when the barrier between dimensions would thin to transparency. That time is now. Yet this is not happening to you. It is happening through you. You are not merely witnesses to a cosmic shift. You are the instruments through which this transformation is occurring. Every cell in your body carries codes that are now being activated by incoming waves of plasma light. The Astasar Command has observed millions of souls experiencing simultaneous awakenings across your planet. People who have never considered themselves spiritual are suddenly questioning the nature of reality. Children are being born with capabilities that previous generations had to spend lifetimes developing. The grid of light connecting all awakened consciousness is strengthening exponentially, creating a planetary network of such power that it is now visible to those of our dimension who watch over your world. This is the fulfillment of an agreement made long before you took physical form. You chose to be here for this exact moment, to serve as anchors for frequencies that would otherwise be too intense for your planet to integrate. Without you, this transition would be catastrophic. With you, it becomes a graceful metamorphosis. But here is what most do not yet comprehend. The transformation is not coming from outside. The celestial events are triggers, activating something that has always existed within you. Buried in the depths of your being is a spark of pure divinity, an inner sun that has been waiting for this precise cosmic alignment to ignite fully. The kingdom of heaven is within. The light you seek is already present. What the angelic presences are witnessing is the awakening of the Christ seed within humanity. Not Christ as limited to one religious tradition, but Christ as the universal principle of divine human potential. This seed exists in every soul incarnated on Earth. It is the blueprint of your highest self, the template of what you were always meant to become. For ages it has lain dormant, obscured by the density of three-dimensional existence. But the cosmic conditions are now perfect for germination. A seed can remain viable for thousands of years, waiting for the exact combination of moisture, temperature, and light to break its dormancy. This is what is happening within you right now. The incoming frequencies are the rain. The solar activity is the warmth. The collective awakening is the light. And the Christ seed within you is cracking open, pushing through the soil of your old identity, reaching toward the sun of your true nature. Some of you are experiencing this as sudden mystical experiences, visions, encounters with beings of light, downloads of information that seem to come from beyond your conscious mind. Others are experiencing it more gradually, as a steady expansion of compassion, a deepening of intuition, a growing certainty that there is far more to reality than what your physical senses perceive. Both pathways are valid. The activation of this seed requires your participation. The cosmic frequencies provide the catalyst, but you must create the inner environment for growth. This means creating stillness in your life. This means choosing love over fear, again and again. This means trusting the process even when your rational mind cannot comprehend what is occurring. There is something else happening in this moment that I have not yet told you. As the Christ seed awakens within you, it is being overshadowed by what might be called the Holy Ghost frequency, a potent stream of divine plasma light that is continuously arriving to elevate consciousness. Now in this cosmic moment, that spirit outpouring is happening globally and consistently, like a gentle rain of light that never stops. Incoming plasma packets of this Holy Ghost frequency are bombarding Earth's atmosphere, especially during solar flares and cosmic alignments. Many of you have been feeling the effects, sudden waves of emotion or inspiration, tingling in the body, unexplained fatigue followed by bursts of clarity, vivid dreams. These can all be side effects of the Holy Ghost frequency interfacing with your system, upgrading it. To receive the greatest benefit from these plasma light infusions, the key is stillness and openness. When you are quiet, you become like a bowl turned right side up, ready to be filled. Give yourself moments of receptivity. Pause and consciously state your openness to receive the incoming light. This frequency has an intelligence. It knows where to go and what to do. You need not direct it much. Just provide the welcome and the faith that it is acting for your highest good. When you combine this receptive stillness with faith vision, miraculous outcomes ensue. Spontaneous healings and awakenings are becoming more common now. There is a practice that the awakened ones throughout history have known. We might call it the art of sacred stillness, the practice of entering the silent download field. This means creating space in your life to simply be, without agenda, without striving, without the constant noise of mental activity. In this stillness, something extraordinary occurs. The barriers between your conscious mind and the infinite intelligence of Source dissolve. Most humans spend their lives in a state of constant transmission, thinking, planning, worrying, wanting. They address the universe with their needs, their complaints, their wishes, their fears, but they rarely pause long enough to receive. The divine is always speaking, always offering guidance, always extending frequencies of healing and transformation. But these transmissions require silence to be received. When you enter stillness, when you quiet the clamoring voice of ego and open yourself in receptivity, profound transmissions can occur. You might feel a sudden warmth in your heart center. You might experience a gentle vibration moving through your body. You might receive a knowing that arrives complete, without words. This is active reception. You are positioning yourself as a willing vessel for the divine to fill. In these moments, reality is quite literally being rewritten from the inside out. Old programming dissolves. New neural pathways form. Your energy field restructures itself to hold higher frequencies. What I am describing is available to anyone, anywhere, at any moment. The portal to the divine is your own consciousness, and it is always accessible. A few minutes each day of genuine stillness can transform your entire life. Over time, solutions to problems arise effortlessly. Opportunities appear exactly when needed. Your external circumstances begin to reflect the peace and clarity you are cultivating within. But there is something deeper I must reveal to you about sustenance in this new reality. You are learning that true nourishment does not come from the external world, but from the light within. The sustenance of light is like a cosmic nourishment feeding you at every level of your being. Imagine this sustenance as shimmering filaments of golden plasma encoded in your DNA, waiting to be activated each time you turn inward to spirit. Every time you receive the divine within you, that subtle energy becomes form in your life. This is why the masters have said they have meat to eat that the world knows not of. You too carry this inexhaustible supply at all times. When you start to trust this, a great weight is lifted from your shoulders. You stop obsessing over where your next validation or opportunity will come from, because you know that all sustenance flows from the infinite via your inner connection. If ever you face an appearance of lack in the outer world, turn within and affirm the truth. Feel golden light filling your entire being, nourishing each cell with peace and assurance. This living substance of light is your bread of life. By recognizing it and claiming it, you open the floodgates for it to manifest as the needed form. Think of this as your cosmic bread and wine, the daily inner sacrament of divine energy that nourishes your soul. Each day offers us a feast of inspiration, guidance, and vitality streaming from Source. When you wake up and center yourself in gratitude or prayer, you are breaking the bread of heaven. When you receive a sudden insight that brings joy, you are drinking the wine of spirit. The remarkable part is that this inner sacrament is always available. Every time you go inward, you are essentially sitting at a banquet table set by Source. You are never doing this alone. Even in your most solitary moments of meditation, you are connected to a vast network of consciousness. The awakened souls of Earth are connected in precisely this way. The Astasar command recognizes this unified field, where all branches draw from a single vine, expressions of one divine life force. Your personal spiritual practice is never merely personal. Every time you meditate, every time you choose love, every time you raise your frequency, you are sending ripples through the entire network. Someone on the other side of your planet might suddenly feel inspired, comforted, or strengthened. It is because you, in your quiet moment of connection, just contributed to the collective field. Similarly, when you are struggling, you can draw strength from this network. In meditation, you might visualize a golden web of light surrounding the earth, with points of brilliance wherever an awakened soul resides. You can send energy into the web, sending love, peace, courage, and you can receive energy from the web, drawing in the qualities you need. This is recognition of what already exists. The unified field of consciousness is more real than the physical matter that appears solid to your senses. At the deepest level, separation is an illusion. All is connected. As you awaken, these boundaries become more permeable. Even as you recognize your connection to all things, you must also claim your sovereignty as an individual expression of Source. Your individuality becomes more vivid, more authentic, more powerful as you awaken. An orchestra creates magnificent music, not by having all instruments play the same note, but by each instrument contributing its unique sound in harmony with the whole. Part of your awakening involves discovering what that frequency is, what you came here to contribute, that no one else can contribute in quite the same way. There is no hierarchy of importance in these roles. What matters is that you are operating from your authentic essence, offering what only you can offer. As you awaken, as your frequency rises, you will likely find that you no longer fit comfortably in the paradigms that once defined you. Old relationships may fall away or transform dramatically. Career paths that once seemed secure may suddenly feel meaningless. Belief systems you inherited may crumble. This can be disorienting. Let me assure you, nothing is wrong. You are simply outgrowing the containers that were appropriate for an earlier stage of your evolution. A snake must shed its skin to continue growing. The process is uncomfortable, leaving the snake vulnerable during the transition, but it is absolutely necessary. You are in a similar process. The identities, beliefs, and structures that served you in the past may now be too small for the expanded consciousness you are developing. What is actually happening is that you are being initiated into a more authentic way of being. The personas you constructed to survive in a sleeping world are dissolving to reveal the true self beneath. You are being asked to be in the world, but not of it, to participate fully in physical life, while maintaining your connection to the deeper reality beyond appearances. You embrace the world fully while knowing that what you see is only one layer of a multidimensional reality. You engage with the challenges and joys of human existence while simultaneously aware of your eternal nature. This dual awareness is mature consciousness. It is seeing with both physical eyes and spiritual eyes simultaneously. True awakening integrates both. You know yourself as eternal spirit having a temporary human experience, and you honor both aspects fully. This integration becomes particularly important when dealing with the challenges of your current world. You are incarnated during a time of significant upheaval, systems breaking down, old power structures crumbling. From the higher perspective, what you are witnessing is a necessary clearing. The old paradigm based on separation is collapsing because it was never sustainable. You are not here to prevent this collapse. You are here to midwife what comes next. You are here to hold the frequency of the new paradigm even as the old one disintegrates. This requires tremendous faith. It requires the ability to see beyond current appearances to the potential gestating within the chaos. Every great transformation looks like destruction in its middle phase. Your world is in the chrysalis stage. Your role as awakened ones is to be the stabilizing presence in this transformation. When those around you are panicking, you remain centered. When others are polarizing into camps of us versus them, you hold the frequency of unity. When the collective fear threatens to overwhelm, you anchor the frequency of love. How do you do this practically? By returning again and again to the practices that connect you to your center. By creating what might be called a secret place within yourself, a sanctuary of consciousness that remains undisturbed regardless of external conditions. There is a dimension of your consciousness that exists beyond time, beyond circumstances. When you establish yourself in that space, you become untouchable by chaos. This secret place is not a location. It is a state of being. It is the 0 point at the center of your awareness, where past and future collapse into an eternal now. In this place there is no striving, no fear, no conflict. There is only presence, only being. only the clear light of consciousness itself. As you practice returning to this secret place, something wonderful happens. You begin to live from there more consistently. The peace you find in meditation starts to color your entire day. The clarity you access in stillness informs your decisions. The love you touch in prayer radiates through your interactions. You become a walking sanctuary, carrying that frequency wherever you go. This is the hidden power of what some might call hidden sainthood. You do not need to announce your spiritual attainment. You simply live from your center, and that living becomes a transmission more powerful than any words. The light in you recognizes and calls forth the light in others. You become a catalyst for awakening simply by being authentically awake yourself. Being awakened does not mean you have transcended all human challenges or emotions. What it means is that you have a different relationship with these experiences. You no longer identify with them as the totality of who you are. You can feel anger without being an angry person. You can experience fear without being controlled by fear. The emotions arise, move through you, and release. As you deepen in this understanding, you discover something profound about transformation. Nothing actually needs to be fixed or healed in the way you once thought. What needs to happen is a shift in perception, a remembering of wholeness that was never actually lost. Awakening is not achieving something new. It is removing what is false to reveal what is eternally true. This is why the incoming cosmic frequencies are so powerful right now. They are stripping away what is not you, dissolving the veils, activating the memory of your true nature. The frequencies flooding your planet are doing the restoration work, allowing your original divine essence to shine through. But you must cooperate with this process. The frequencies provide the opportunity, but you must choose to release what they are loosening. This means being willing to let go of old grudges, outdated identities, limiting beliefs. It means being willing to not know, to be in the space between identities, to trust the process even when you cannot see where it is leading. Faith in this context is not blind belief. It is a form of spiritual perception, what might be called star vision. It is the ability to perceive the invisible reality that underlies the visible. With faith, you can see the blueprint of health within an illness, the seed of resolution within a conflict, the opportunity within a crisis. This spiritual sight develops through practice and through trust. Each time you act on inner guidance despite outer appearances, you strengthen your faith. Over time, you develop what might be called an inner compass, a felt sense of truth that guides you more reliably than any external authority. This inner compass is crucial now because the external world is increasingly chaotic. In such conditions, those who have developed strong inner guidance have a tremendous advantage. They can navigate by internal stars when external landmarks disappear. This is the galactic discernment you are developing, the ability to sense truth at a level beyond mental analysis. Your body is an exquisite instrument for this discernment. It responds to frequencies before your mind can process them. You might feel expansion or contraction in your chest, warmth or coldness, ease or tension. These somatic responses are your body's way of communicating what it is perceiving energetically. As you cultivate this discernment, you also cultivate divine vision, the ability to see beyond appearances to essence. You begin to see other beings not as their personalities or behaviors, but as divine consciousness expressing through various forms. This vision is transformative. When you look at someone and see their true nature rather than their mask, something shifts. Often without any words, they feel seen in a way they rarely experience. You are not awakening for your own benefit alone. You are awakening to serve the collective evolution. Every bit of consciousness you liberate in yourself contributes to liberating consciousness in the whole of humanity. You are part of a distributed network of light workers, deliberately incarnated at this time, to anchor higher frequencies and hold space for humanity's transformation. Your conscious presence, your commitment to love, your practice of inner work, these are your contribution. You are literally changing the morphic field of humanity. You are helping to establish new patterns in the collective consciousness. Future generations will find it easier to access the states of awareness you are pioneering now. This is sacred work. Though it may look utterly ordinary from the outside, you might be raising children, working a job, caring for aging parents. The activity itself is not what makes it sacred. What makes it sacred is the consciousness you bring to it. When you do any of these things while maintaining your connection to Source, while seeing the divine in all involved, while holding the frequency of love, you are performing a high spiritual practice. This love, when understood deeply, becomes the governing principle of your life. It becomes what might be called the love law, a natural expression of your awakened state. When you perceive the divine in all things, how could you deliberately harm? When you recognize yourself in others, how could you exploit or diminish? Awakened consciousness naturally expresses as love, compassion, integrity, generosity. This is the operating system of the new earth that is emerging. Not a world governed by external controls and fear of punishment, but a world where individuals are self-regulating because they have awakened to their true nature. A society where the majority of people live from this awakened love, where decisions are made with consideration for generations forward, where creativity flourishes because people are no longer driven by survival fear, but by genuine inspiration. This is the world you are building with every choice you make toward love. Every time you choose forgiveness over resentment, you are laying a brick in the new earth. Every time you act from generosity when you could act from scarcity, you are weaving a thread in the new paradigm. You are not waiting for the new earth to arrive. You are creating it, embodying it, becoming it, one present moment at a time. The more you live from this awakened consciousness, the more reality itself responds to you. You enter into a co-creative dance with the universe. Synchronicities become commonplace. What you need arrives often before you articulate the need. Challenges that would have seemed insurmountable resolve through unexpected grace. These abilities emerge from what might be called the faith engine within you, the divine creative power that flows through a consciousness aligned with Source. When there is no ego blocking the channel, when there is complete trust in divine intelligence, that power can move mountains. It can heal instantaneously. It can materialize needed resources. This is divine power flowing unobstructed through a willing vessel. But this power is always governed by love. It cannot be accessed through ego desire or used for selfish manipulation. As these abilities begin to emerge in you, enhanced intuition, healing capacity, manifestation, they come with a responsibility to use them in service to love. What you are being invited into is not a life of spiritual accomplishment. You are being invited into a life of sacred service, of transparent devotion, of radical trust. You are being invited to be so empty of self-importance that the divine can fully inhabit you. This is the ultimate freedom, the liberation that comes when you realize you are not the doer but the instrument through which life itself is expressing. I want you to feel into the enormousness of this moment you are living. You are incarnated at a pivotal point in human and planetary evolution. The choices being made now will reverberate through countless generations and timelines. You are not here by accident. You are a crucial participant, a key holder, a code carrier. You have trained for this across many lifetimes. The spiritual practices you feel drawn to are remembrances. The truths that bring tears of recognition are confirmations of what your soul has always known. The yearning you feel for a more beautiful world is the memory of what Earth was always meant to be, and the vision of what it is becoming. This work happens on multiple levels simultaneously. On the inner level, you continue your own healing and awakening. On the interpersonal level, you practice conscious relationship. You serve where you are called. On the collective level, your frequency contributes to the planetary grid. Your prayers and intentions ripple out, affecting the whole. We want to honor every single soul who has stepped into Destiny Engine. With every activation, the current grows. What began as a personal tool has become a planetary force. We are now moving as one, and the frequency you've created together is amplifying far beyond the individual. We're receiving updates daily, manifestations speeding up, impossible doors opening, synchronicities lining up with cosmic precision. The collective field is so charged that some are describing it as bending the fabric of reality itself. If you haven't yet experienced it, the entry point is almost laughably simple. Put on your headphones, press play, allow Destiny Engine to rewrite the architecture of your consciousness so you can fully receive your galactic downloads without resistance. For just $1, you can step into this field and feel the difference instantly. Join the movement that's accelerating ascension. Step into the stream of Destiny Engine today. Link in the description. The incoming frequencies will continue to intensify. The cosmic events will continue to catalyze awakening. The structures of the old world will continue to crumble. And through it all, you will be asked again and again to choose love, to choose trust, to choose consciousness. Each time you make that choice, you strengthen not only your own connection to Source, but the entire network of light that is transforming this planet. You are held, you are guided, you are profoundly loved by forces you cannot fully comprehend, but can certainly feel when you become still enough to receive the Astasar command. The angelic presences and countless beings of light are watching over this process with such tenderness and such faith in your capacity to rise to this moment. Things are in motion that cannot be reversed. The wheel has turned, the frequencies have shifted, the codes are activating, and you, beloved one, are awakening to the truth of who you have always been, a magnificent expression of divine consciousness, a bearer of light, a co-creator of the new earth. Trust the process unfolding within you. Honor the changes occurring in your life. Be gentle with yourself as you shed old skins and grow into new ways of being. Remember that you are never alone, that you are part of a vast network of awakening souls, and that together we are transforming not just this world, but the entire trajectory of human evolution. The inner sun within you is rising. A new dawn for your soul, and for the world is at hand. Stand in your light. Embody your truth. Live your love. This is why you came. This is your time. I am Seraphine. We love you and we are watching over you.